Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MP Paranormal. We find ourselves once again here at 507 East Houston Street at Bad Wolf Ghost Tours in beautiful downtown San Antonio. Now, we've been talking to a lot of people that lease out these office spaces down here. And Dylan, you can attest to this too, of all the people we've talked to that report the same thing, is that this building used to be 110 Broadway, and it was built in 1904, and it was considered one of the most eminent and historic buildings that you wanted to basically lease out. If you leased out your business here where we're sitting at right now, you were considered successful back in the early 1900s of San Antonio. And it was elegant, and back then it was open. So we're gonna go in there tonight and you're gonna see that the ceiling is closed, right?
They put a dome on it now.
There's a beautiful, like ornate, like glass, like structure, stained glass on top. But before that, it used to be an open street, and now there's 6 floors. And what we do know about this building, which there's newspaper snippets, we've done a little bit of research as well, is that, yeah, like I said, in 1904, this is where everyone wanted to be, and this building was known as the Moore Building. And we do know that there was an extremely elegant and eclectic tea garden on the 5th floor, and it's where a lot of elite socialites would meet up and kind of do their thing for parties and meeting up. But there's a legend that originated, and I think it's because of the haunting that occurs here, right, Dylan?
Yeah.
You can go into like all the people we've talked to back and forth, they're kind of reporting the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, on the 5th floor, the most prominent story from this building is that one of the women, because the 5th floor was where the tea garden was, where this socialite women's group, these what was Wolf telling us, like these powerful women would come together, have like tea time, or
and it was women only. Yeah.
Women only,
which is unheard of back then, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And the story is that she got too close to the railing, and you might have seen just in the B-roll a second ago, it goes up pretty high, that she fell over the railing and fell to her death into what they call the basement, which is right down the stairs. Not really a basement, more like a subterranean element.
On the elevator, it's called the lower level.
Lower level.
And it feels pretty spooky down there too.
Yeah, but people hear like
there's somebody falling.
Yeah, because there's lawyers' offices and other offices in the building, and everybody comes out and asks us to see if everybody's okay, but they sounds like it's coming from above them, which is strange because the 6th floor was added when? When did it say? It was like
1911 is when the 6th floor was added.
Yeah, and this was before that, so that's quite strange. But yeah, so there was that, and not to mention that this building is right here on East Houston Street, which is just like the heartbeat of San Antonio. And while San Antonio being one of the most historic cities in all of Texas, really, if we didn't have San Antonio, we wouldn't have Texas, because it was the heart of.
Yeah, if this street didn't exist, and with the history that associated with the street that we're actually on right now, Texas wouldn't exist as we understand it today.
Yeah, because the Battle of the Alamo would never happen. It'd be like the butterfly effect, who knows.
So the Alamo is literally 50 yards that way. Like, no kidding. We walked down there earlier today. And then what's the hotel that's just to the left of us here?
Well, you have the Emily Morgan up this way.
Emily Morgan, yep.
And then down this way, you have the Sheridan Gunter, which has a very long history of jazz music, as well as there's famous artists like John Mellencamp recorded an album in there. There's also a murder.
So that's the Gunter, you said?
The Sheridan, known as the Sheridan Gunter.
The Sheraton Gunter. Now, something, what is it, on the 3rd floor of the Sheraton Gunter, or is it on the 5th?
I think it was, I can't remember specifically what Wolf told me. It's either the 6th or the 3rd floor.
Yeah, there's a weird like legend dealing with the occult that musicians go into a specific room.
That's the 3rd floor.
That's the 3rd floor, okay. So on the 3rd floor of the Sheraton Gunter Hotel, musicians are known to go in there and sell their soul to the devil. And lo and behold, they're successful afterwards, which, you can even look at modern day like music artists. We were talking the other day, there's like a new music video. Who was it? The Weeknd?
It was The Weeknd.
Yeah, like people come out and like it's basically imagery or lyrics about selling their soul to the devil.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, I mean Doja Cat, everyone thinks she's like Illuminati and she plays into it, and it's funny. I don't really think she's a part of the Illuminati, but it's really weird how musicians, like, why is that a thing with musicians and like selling your soul to the devil?
I have no idea. Well, it comes into like when we were doing our research into the Book of Leviathan, Book of Lucifer, Book of Belial in regards to sex magic, destruction magic, and self magic. That's that self magic, prosperity and wealth and all those things.
So you sell your soul and you gain like a badass ability then. This being playing the guitar.
Yeah, but it's transactional, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah. A lot of these deities we do research into, you know, the people that have these alternate religions or different belief systems, they seem very transactional, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And with that, what other locations are on this street? You have the Buckhorn Saloon. That's where the Texas Ranger Museum is, and that's reportedly haunted. But yeah, there's just so many buildings on this street here that runs right outside this window that was just like the lifeblood of San Antonio. Not only do you have 1,600 corpses that were unfortunately there from the Battle of the Alamo, you have all the gunslinging and the fights and the shootouts that happen here. That's what happened at the Buckhorn down the street. 2 cowboys got in an altercation, shot each other, they died.
Oh, is that the legend there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right across the street, it's closed down now, but they had Moses Rose's bar, and Moses Rose's was the coward of the Alamo when Colonel Crockett.
Because he's split, right? He said,
Yep.
I'm out of here. I'm not dying for this.
Colonel Travis, draws the line in the sand. The famous cross this line if you wish to stay with me. All else who don't want to fight, you leave now. And Moses Roses was reportedly the one that left. And now they have that bar across the street named Moses Roses Hideaway. And that's haunted as well. The city just bought it.
Funny personal story in that bar is where we decided to restart up and revamp MP Paranormal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. We went on a haunted pub crawl. In this at Bad Wolf Ghost Tours, I think Dylan, your picture's on the wall. We'll get some B-roll of that.
Yeah, me and Alice.
That was approximately a year ago, and now we're here.
Yep.
It's all come like in this really weird, like spiritual full circle.
And with that being said, like we have great thanks to Wolf and Bad Wolf Ghost Tours and Laura and Wolf's wife Alex for letting us do this. And if y'all are watching this, like please come down. Their tours are awesome. They have an awesome haunted pub crawl. I've been on it 3 times. Brian's been on it once. We both done the ghost tours, and it's just a really awesome experience that you get to have down here. And also the shop in here, if you're into metaphysics or any sort of like occult practices of any sort, really, as well as some tarot card readings. I have some very talented tarot card readers here in the shop as well, Wolf being included. And then you have Bianca and Laura that do tarot cards as well.
And we just wrapped up our haunted pop-up shop, which was a resounding success, and it was so much fun.
Oh, super fun.
So thank you, Wolf, when you watch this. Really appreciate it. When you're down here in downtown San Antonio and you want to experience the hauntings, there's a lot of ghost tours and all that. Come down here to Bad Wolf. You won't be disappointed. That being said, they've kind of given this female spirit this, the legend of the woman meeting her demise, right? They call her Wendy the Ghost. It's like at Columbus, the theater, they call him Gary the Ghost. Like it just kind of rolls off the tongue, and it's just a name that you give something that you don't understand what it is. You think you know what it is, but we don't know her name.
Yeah.
And we communicated with her. We think we communicated with her last night, Wendy the Ghost, and we're getting responses all over. But she's not just tied to this suite, she's tied to the whole building. Mm-hmm. And the haunting gets a little dark where the women and the men in their respective restrooms on the 2nd floor, for whatever reason it's on the 2nd floor, they don't want to go to the bathroom. Even me personally, I don't want to go to the bathroom alone. I'm like, hey, you gotta go? Like, no. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, pee in pairs.
Yeah. And we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure out why that is. We're gonna see if there's any evidence. Now, going into it, we do know that the radio's playing and the lights are flickering, and we don't have much control over that. So we're going to try to circumvent that as best we can and try to get EVPs kind of in a quiet area as well.
Yeah, we're not entirely sure what evidence we're going to pick up. We don't know if this is a residual haunting, or if this is an intelligent haunting. So, we may be fruitless in this investigation, but hopefully not. But just like with the paranormal, as we both understand, it's like fishing. Go out there, throw your line out, see what bites, and sometimes the fish don't bite. So, with that being said, I think we're going to transition out into the atrium area and get everything set up and get this investigation going. So we're really excited to figure out what's going on out there. So hopefully we find something. So this is part 2 of our night here at the Moore building.
And then for our Halloween extravaganza, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so let's get it going.
Peace. That's not going to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're actually out here. We're in the main courtyard, and you can just look up, and it's a weird feeling, when you're out here. You know that this space used to be open, and you know that it's been here for 119 years, and it's got a very liminal vibe, and all the lights are kind of just flickering on and off, and when I'm out here, I just imagine people like looking down at me, like being curious about me and, you know, wondering what we are doing here, you know?
Yeah.
You feel like you're intruding, like almost, or you feel like there's many, many eyes like kind of curious about you and you're not alone. That's the feeling that I get. And it's just an imposing facade. Like I keep looking up because I feel like someone's looking down on us, but I know that we're the only ones here tonight right now. So we're very fortunate and very lucky. We're actually going to take the elevator and we're going to try to investigate the restrooms. So we're going to start walking over there.
Let's go.
It's very nice.
Yeah, and we went up to the second floor when we had our pop-up, and it was just like...
I went to the third floor to pee just now before we started rolling because I'm like, nah, I'm not in the mood.
Spooky.
That's where the elevator is right now. It's on the third floor. And the sinks actually work there. Second floor. Everyone who goes to the second floor is especially creeped out. And it's not just the women's restroom, it's also the men's. But I'm gonna focus on the women's because all the women here, they purposefully don't go.
Yeah.
Over here. Hello. So I'm gonna get this set up real quick. We're gonna get set up here. We'll be back with y'all in a second. Did you hear that behind me?
No, I didn't. Maybe we won't be back.
Who's down the hallway?
You just want to flip that around, turn on the light panel, and call it, and just let it roll?
Yeah, that was weird.
All right. Let's start here. Actually, I did hear that.
Yeah, it was a footstep, right?
Hey, so we're wearing lav mics right now because of the music, and we don't want to annoy y'all with it. So you might not be able to hear this, but we're just going to try to explain it the best we can.
Hello? Let's go down there. Was that true, what I was kind of thinking, that somebody was looking down on us and now you're walking away or walking towards us? I know like the music's playing, but like I hear like movement, you know what I mean?
And we're not blurring these logos we're just doing it out of respect for these people's offices.
Well, I just felt so dizzy just now.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. Just a really long and ominous hallway. Was that by the restroom?
That was our tripod.
What do you mean?
Our tripod was shaking.
Was it?
Yes.
No way. I got mad goosebumps right now.
It was your light panel.
Are you trying to mess with our camera right now? I'm gonna roll a cat ball to you. Did it turn off? How did it turn off?
Hold on.
I activated it. Hold on. I got goosebumps, man. It must have turned off while I was rolling it. I don't feel good right now.
Yeah.
We'll give that a second chance.
I was tripping. I had to figure that out.
I got like chicken skin to the point where it like kind of hurts. It's weird. Are you messing with our other camera right now? Let me try this again.
Bowling with cat balls.
Where did it go?
Dude, that went so far.
Did it just disappear?
It looked like the void ate it or something.
Hey, if you're down there by the women's restroom, can you make it go off? I can't see it though. Can you roll it back at me?
Dude, I don't know.
The door to the women's restroom's rattling, dude.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Let me flip this camera towards, because right now, like the light's probably messing with it.
Oh, it went down there.
Went down where?
Down this hallway. That's where the cat ball went. Who's down there?
Is the door rattling?
I don't know, but this is where the bulk of activity is so reported to be.
The door is rattling.
But why?
I don't know. I'm going to try another cat ball, though. Why did that go off?
Probably from the
bouncing?
Yeah. Can you walk towards us? Man, I wish this radio wasn't like forever playing.
It's a good song. So I'm trying our temperature sensor right now.
We don't have any control over that because this is literally an office space. We just feel lucky to be able to check it out because it's such a cool building.
Oh, it literally hit the woman's... Oh, I got a pain in my back. Rare.
Oh, that's what we know. That's your sign.
I'm going to leave this right here. If you have the ability to change the temperature on that sensor, feel free to do so. You know, you gave me like a prod in my back just now. I thought I felt...
Oh.
What?
You literally just walked away from that.
It turned on?
Yeah. It was off. You put it down.
Can you make... I feel dizzy.
Whoa, what?
Did you hear that? Someone was like running up on me, dude.
No.
Yeah, no, I heard like a voice or something.
Wasn't that
You can't see my chicken skin.
No, I heard the voice. I thought it was coming off the radio.
No, it was like right here, dude. It was like...
I heard it.
No, you heard it? Okay.
Yeah, I just thought it was coming from the radio.
I don't feel like safe right now.
Wait, is this radio like one of the... It's songs, right? It's not a radio station. Like, it's not...
No, it was you heard a voice. You heard a voice. Who are you? I got goose pimples so bad it hurts. It like stings. Why are you terrorizing all the women in this building? Does that make you feel powerful? Why can't you just leave them in peace? Or the men too. The men don't even want to come up here. It's getting cold. Look, the light.
Mm-hmm.
Blast light on it. I'm gonna try.
As I got.
Show up on my picture. Make that go off. Go ahead. Make it cold. Let us validate what we're feeling. Oh, drams.
On demand.
Are you the evil, or I don't want to go with evil, but you're not making me feel like happy right now. I don't feel good.
Can you make that stop?
There's no air vent. Like, why? Do you feel air?
I mean, I do, but the way that sensor works is it baselines itself to the ambient temperature.
Yeah.
He's going to detect changes. Can you make that stop sounding? Can you back off?
Yeah, please stop. I feel like I'm leaning against this, but I feel like I'm like this right now.
Yeah.
Well, make it sing louder then. Okay, now it does the exact opposite of what you want it to do, huh? So are you like a trickster? You don't like to listen? You don't want to make, you don't want to do what we're asking you to.
Are you the spirit of the woman that fell off the 5th floor?
It's going away.
Where are you from? What time period and what happened to you?
That's this whole all this activity. I mean, this is where people literally report that like they don't feel safe here. They feel like they're being watched. They feel like there's something, a presence.
Yeah.
And we validated it like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got goosebumps. Do you feel it? I feel like I'm like this.
It feels like similar to like when we were at a museum, like last night.
Yeah.
Like weird energy.
We gotta let the Polaroids develop. Like, it's been a minute since Polaroids have come through, but I feel like tonight might be different.
Mm-hmm.
I feel weird, dude. Like, like I said, I got goose pimples so bad it like hurts.
Yeah.
So strange.
What?
There's footsteps out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time I go behind the wall, there's like something that I can't really.
Maybe you're like blocking it.
I don't know. You down here?
Dang, dude, this is wild.
Yeah.
Well, I left the REM portal down there. We got so sidetracked. It's just, I didn't turn it on either.
You wanna go grab it and I can stay,
So, is that in fact you? Can you make it sing? Can you turn it on again? Make the noise? So we can validate that? Do you want to check my back?
Yeah.
It hurts, dude. It's like in the middle of my back. Here, I can't. Do you want to just pull it up?
Like in this area?
Like higher?
Right, you're clean.
Really? I feel like something was just like digging its claws into me or something. It's weird.
We're gonna validate your presence. Where are you?
Was that?
I thought I heard movement.
Yeah, no, I heard a voice. We're the only ones in here, right?
Yeah, I just got the cookie shop people, which are, I'll point to the camera where they're at. They're over here. So, I don't know. They should be the only ones here. They're open from 12 to 12.
What? Do you hear that?
No.
It's like footsteps on the stones down there. You didn't hear that? It was like pebbles or something. Like somebody was throwing rocks or like
Having trouble. Oh, temperature sensor's going out when you're talking about.
rock. No, I heard like
footsteps.
tapping on the stones down there, like in the middle.
Yeah. Just, I can't hear too good with my bad ears through these speakers.
Yeah, I mean it's strange, but like there's something going on. I took these Polaroids real quick. Oh, don't tell me they're duds, dude. Or did it not
I
develop
think it's
at all?
I don't think it's that time. Should stick them in your pocket.
Yeah. Keep the light off them.
Now, is it just the women's area over here? Is this where you reside, or are you somewhere else? I heard that.
Is somebody coming out of their office though?
I don't think so.
We asked if it resides somewhere else, and I heard banging over there. This place is weird, dude.
It is weird. It looks cool. Huh. Do that again.
Tapping. You heard that, right?
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Where are you? Yeah?
That was a straight up like,
Yep. No, I heard that. That's what I heard the first time. So you a poltergeist?
you're making lots of noise, yeah.
Is it intelligent? I mean, it responded.
It was straight up like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it sounded.
It's weird. I don't know. I feel like I want to go down that way.
Yeah, let's, you just want to keep rolling?
Yeah, we'll just roll.
Let me gather everything.
Hey.
This feels like the back rooms. It's like so liminal.
Oh, here's the lounge.
Oh, okay, this is where Julio said
Yeah.
he didn't feel safe. He tried to take a nap back here, right?
Yep.
And he said, nah.
Mm-hmm.
This is where employees can kind of just hang out, huh?
Oh, yeah, it does feel weird in here.
It's hot.
It's just
Very
weird.
hot.
Exactly. That was
Is that just poltergeist?
right there. Uh-huh.
Something moved?
Yeah.
What the heck is going on?
What was that? You do that again?
Yeah, you're like thumping and bumping around, huh? Well, here, I'm gonna give you more toys to play with. If you interact with this, it's energy. If you want to take a seat right here,
Here, come sit down next to me.
this is a temperature sensor. I don't feel any airflow.
No, but you can tell that the HVAC is like right here.
Yeah, but it's like not hot or cold.
Yeah.
What was that footstep right now? Why is Julio afraid to sleep here? He tried to take a nap here in between shifts.
Was it something transient in here that messed with him, or do you reside here? Are you a spirit that's stuck here?
I'm gonna close the door, like maybe seal it in with this.
Okay.
We haven't done that in a while.
No.
It's like a Hill House moment, you know?
Yep. Coca-Cola's calling my name, little boy.
The door doesn't actually close, so.
Maybe put a chair in front of it.
All right, you're just in here with us then.
That's right. You're in here with us. We're not in here with you. So what's the deal? Why does Julio feel uncomfortable being in here? Anything?
They're still kind of developing, but they look kind of native.
Yeah.
I think it's vibey in here because of the HVAC. It's a
Infrasound, maybe? Infrasound is known to sub 20 kilohertz audio is known to give people anxiety. And actually, interestingly enough, infrasound is also speculated to cause hallucinations in people.
really.
And?
I mean, it's so intense that this table's like kind of shaking.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I mean, big machinery like that is known to put off infrasound. Like there's vibrations and frequencies even below that we're hearing. That's beyond our hearing. That low bass
I
frequency.
mean, this whole room's like shaking. It's weird.
Yeah. So you feel like you're on an airplane.
Does that ramp up the activity in this room?
Why would it be hot? I know it's warm in here, but the air conditioning's on.
Go ahead, make it sing. Can you see it?
Yep.
It's a very interesting spot, the surface of a table, for it to be warmer than anywhere else. Can you make it sing? Make it get louder, so like put all your energy on the sensor. This room's shaking, dude. It's like,
Well, it's weird. We're both sitting still and on the. Oh, okay. That's what I saw. I thought I saw a shadow go across the frame there, but it's just those ropes swinging back and forth.
you
Could
make
be
it,
Spirit Talker?
huh?
Spirit Talk? Maybe.
That's most likely me, you know?
Here, I can run Spirit Talker.
I can do it. You're doing camera work. Might be. Getting her in airplane mode.
So we ask again, what is it about this room that makes people uncomfortable?
Yeah, are you Wendy? You know, this place has seen, I mean, the Battle of the Alamo literally happened right up the street. So it's like, the names are like any of the hauntings that could be here. Like, it could be, honestly, thousands of ghosts, you know?
Yeah.
If I were a ghost and I loved Texas, or I died for Texas, or I was a part of like the most influential or most successful, sought after like business building, I would come back here. You know, if I passed away, why not? I'd be proud of it.
Yeah.
It's still kind of warm. Can you make it cold? Can you, what can you do for us? Because we're trying to figure out like why Julio doesn't want to take a nap in here. Why do so many people report that this building is just weird when you're alone? We validated whatever it was by the women's restroom. We validated that 7 ways from Sunday. We're trying to validate this room now.
Never.
That scared me. Never?
Never validate?
You never want to validate?
Why is that?
Never. Notice how I said it did the opposite what I wanted it to do? Now I'm asking it to communicate and it says never.
Yeah, what's your deal? You pissed?
You're standoffish?
Yeah.
You know, we're really not, we don't want to be confrontational. Like, we were just seeking to understand. And also, like, you're making people feel uncomfortable. Like, people can have a good relationship with you. They don't have to have a bad one. But the fact that you make people feel uncomfortable, it's like, that's how you are by default. So that's what you give us, so we have to respond. You know, we assume that you're making people feel uncomfortable, so you're obviously upset. You're the emotional signal that you're sending to the living is not a positive one. And that's fine. We just want to know, like, why? So what's your name? How did you die? Why are you upset? I'm nowhere near that. I haven't moved. Is that you validating your presence? Are you associated with the tea garden back in 1904 on the 5th floor? Do you have knowledge of the tea garden? Were you a socialite?
She screams.
Dude, that's true. She screamed.
Whoa, yeah, the one that...
But that's what people say that they hear, right?
Yep. So this has to be Wendy?
Oh, I got goosebumps,
goosebumps
man.
too.
She screams.
That hit me. That hit my brain like a freaking electricity.
No, you saw me, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She screams. Is that ow.
Who screams?
Who is she? Who is this woman that people hear, you know?
That's awesome.
That is awesome, dude. Who is this woman that people hear? Who is she? This room, like, it makes you feel like you're like if it makes when I'm like panicky and I'm like anxious, like, but like the room, just like because of the machinery and the HVAC, it just, like you're sitting still and you're like, am I okay?
Yeah.
And it's just this room is such like a...
That is an infrasound, dude. So what is it? She screamed. Yeah, people hear screaming.
Can you scream right now? Can we hear you? Can we be privileged to hear that scream?
Hey,
Where can we go where we can hear you scream? Where do people usually hear you scream?
Where is my body?
It scares me every time it goes out. Where is my body? I don't have that answer for you, unfortunately. Is that okay that I don't know that? I assume that they buried it and gave you a nice burial and respected you. People were sad that you fell.
yeah, maybe when soon as she hit the ground, she was dead and she had no idea. It's kind of what I'm getting out of this is she had an accident. Yep. Fell
Are you
off.
going away or are you getting hotter? As you're talking about it, dude.
Yeah. You fell off the balcony. You didn't understand what was happening. And then it was just, that was it, right?
That could be.
It's so nice to talk.
Wow. Is it really? Thank you. I think so too. You know, I was saying like a relationship doesn't have to be, you know, negative just because people experience negativity. You know, that's why we're here. We actually want to have a relationship. We want to talk to you.
We want to
We
know.
don't. Yeah, we're not here to pass you to the other side. We're not. That's not our job on this planet. You know, like our job is to understand like why are you still here? Why are you upset? And how can we help your stay? Or you know, if you're stuck here.
I'm only 7.
Oh, I mean, that doesn't track with the woman, though.
Yeah, but
Oh, the little girl.
the little girl.
The little girl.
What did Wolf say about the little girl?
So the little girl is, they're not sure who she is, but the little girl was,
You happy we're talking about you?
she plays tricks on Wolf in the shop. He's sort of like, hello, you know,
Hello.
the little girl. I don't really know.
Maybe I can like validate more.
Is this the little girl? Are you not bound? You're not trapped in that shop? You move around?
And check the Polaroids once more. Just kind of glance over them.
Are you the one that kind of moves around and messes with people in the building? Because we got in contact with Wendy yesterday. We're not sure what her actual name is, but
Yeah, is that you instead?
yeah, were we actually talking to you? Kind of hard to tell. We can't see you.
These photos look clean. One of them's like super dark.
Florence can be a woman's name.
Or it could be Italy.
But also Florence, that's kind of an older name.
Yeah. Florence is the little girl. She's 7.
One of the two. Could be the woman who fell off the balcony. Could be the little girl. Now, for whatever reason, when I think of the name Florence, I think of more of like the socialite type.
Yeah. Florence.
Yeah.
Florence.
Can you confirm that that's your name? Can you give us an indication that you are Florence?
Yeah.
That was like, as you were talking about it, I saw it popping up. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you're Florence. Cool.
can we know if you're the older woman or the little girl? The grown woman or the younger girl? That'd that'd be super helpful.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't answer it, but like somebody's here.
Can you stop making it go off so I can ask you something? Thank you.
Wow.
Are you the woman?
Is Florence the older woman? Is Florence the little girl who's 7? Maybe it's shy now. My concern is what if, you know, like how some spirits pretend to be a little kid, but they're not
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
So we're being careful, protecting ourselves, knowing what we know. We want to trust you, but first we got to get to know you. So you're only 7 and your name's Florence. So if you're a little girl, can you make that device go off? There's also that device. There's also my phone that you can send messages to. I'm gonna go for a Polaroid. Since we're in here and we're just getting activity, like why not?
Yeah.
Carries laughter.
Wind carries laughter?
Cryptic.
I mean, yeah, wind can carry a lot of things, couldn't it? Yeah, point the light that way. Here's something interesting. Can you show up with Dylan here? Nah, you ain't gonna do that.
I don't believe you. You can't. Don't do it to him. Attack me.
Yeah, come over to him. I'm gonna take a picture of him right now. Can you shine the light on your face? That'll help.
I think you're bluffing.
I don't know. We were having a nice conversation, and then I said maybe we need to be careful because we were unsure. Because sometimes bad spirits have multiple forms, being both a little kid and then their true form. And now you say attack. You know, I'd like to think that maybe that's the spirit talker just going through its cycle and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, attack. What are you going to attack? You going to attack us? You know, the worst you could do is scratch us. Message. The worst you could do is scratch us or make us feel awful, but I don't want to really go with that narrative.
Do you want to try? Cause I'm getting a little low on camera battery here. You want to try going up to the 5th floor?
Yeah, let's. Hey, thank you for talking to us. We're gonna close the doorway now, but we'd really like to get to know the little girl who's 7 more, Florence. So feel free to follow us around as we continue to investigate the room while we swap out batteries. That battery's getting low too. So we'll be back in a second. How do I look?
Not we're rolling.
Oh. So we did a little Polaroid review. We came back and got some cookies from the cookie plug next door. Very good cookies, by the way.
Cookie plug.
And I was looking through these and I'm really excited to point something out to y'all. So it looks like this ghost has a signature. So when we were talking to it in the break room, the first thing I noticed was, you can see this one. So that's where I was sitting, right? And that's the temperature sensor. Along with the cat ball, and then my phone with the spirit talker. Nothing, right? Same photo, so that's why I like to rapid fire them. You can notice there's a weird anomaly, so it's like a dark shape, and then there's a ball of light inside that dark shape. Can you see it on the camera?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the panel. There we go. That's a little better. Point to it.
Right here.
Yep.
All right, so like, hey, maybe that's some anomaly like on the film. And then when I took a picture of Dylan, we asked the spirit to show up standing next to him, or being around him, and what do we see? We see the same anomaly in the picture frame next to Dylan, right there where my corner is. Same thing, black light, or black shade, a black ball, right? A shadow with a ball of light in the center. And then in the 2nd floor women's restroom, there it is again. You know, and it looks like it's like levitating over the temperature sensor in the cat ball. So every time we were interacting with it, we also caught this same anomaly, which is nuts. So a lot of people, when they take paranormal photos or with Polaroids, the ghost tends to have a signature. So if that's Florence, whoever we're talking to, that seems to be how they like to show up on film. So it's going in the scrapbook for sure.
Yep, and we're on our way to the 5th floor.
Yeah, I got 2 more photos, so we'll fire off. Maybe this thing shows up again. We'll see.
Yep.
back. We're on the 5th floor. Lots of noise interference. Radio is way too loud. Came down here. This is the lower level. It's not an absolute complete basement, but it's a little bit more quiet. A lot of doors too, and these doors are really ominous. We're doing lights out portion. It's dark, and I'm going to set up little traps all throughout the room. We're just going to see if Florence or Wendy or the 7-year-old girl, maybe they'll continue communication down here. It just seems like there's so many ways like something could come at you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is another part of the building that people feel uncomfortable in. Yeah, the fifth floor was just where she fell.
For any spirits that inhabit, I think there's ground wire.
Could very well be.
Maybe it's the infrasound from the break room, huh? Phew.
Got to be ground wires.
Yeah. Oh,
Nope. Okay.
so whoever we're communicating with in the break room, the 2nd floor female restroom, feel free to come down here and talk to us down here and interact with our REM portal by using your consciousness to touch the wire. Additionally, I'm going to set up traps all throughout the room so we can get an idea of where you're coming from. Dark back here. Wow, this cat ball is finally dead. Look. Dang, so many investigations, it's finally toast. I think that'll be cool.
Check your mic. There's like weirdness going on with your mic.
How's it now? So Florence, can you come down to the lower level with us? Or Wendy? Oh, what? I was getting cold. It's so weird because I feel like these little doorways here and there, I feel like they're so liminal, and I feel like they're just like crossroads. Is that right? Are they crossroads, or like, are you all looking at us from these dark little corners? Hey, if I take a picture, will you show up as a little shadow with a light spot on it again? Hopefully the light will bounce, you know? We'll definitely see. Can you make that device go off if you decided to come down here with us? Make it sing once more? We got cat balls. We got the REM portal. I can get Spirit Talker going here. Wow.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to take your picture. Please show up in it like you did in the others. That's awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Florence? This is toast. Are you Wendy? Spirit Talker can give us more clues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who are you? Okay.
Who are you?
Who?
Who are you? Yes.
Yes.
That's me. You can use my phone as a word bank to let us know more about you. Are you the same spirit we caught in our pictures before? You showed up as a little ball of light? Are you just following us around?
I was conjured.
I don't know if I want to believe that, or
I don't want to believe that.
is this the narrative that you want to go with? Are you sure? You were conjured, huh? See, remember upstairs when I was like, hey, we need to be careful because when spirits have multiple, it's like, I'm a little girl.
The interesting thought. Were you conjured by the women of the socialites club? Were they doing weird things? Was it more than just a socialite club? Like a
Secret order.
like a sorority? A cult sorority?
Maybe this building has had a cult shop since back then.
Yeah.
I was conjured.
But occultism, remember, what's her name from Hill House? We did an interview with her.
Donna McCauley. Donna McCauley.
Donna, yeah.
Yeah.
Donna was saying that, occultism was really big in the 1800s. Yep.
Dang, dude. I'm getting pins and needles all over my body.
But it was like a common thing that would happen, like occult practices, seances, and
Really?
like it wasn't like a taboo thing. Like it was
Attractive.
like women,
Was
attractive women. Were you?
Am I attractive, or are you saying you're attractive? Or was the occult attractive back then?
Were you brought here through a seance?
I mean, it could have. Cat ball.
Something's telling me that this socialite club
Yeah.
is not just a socialite
I had
club.
an injury.
Well, she did have an injury.
Yeah,
She
she
fell,
fell.
died.
We're getting so much. This is crazy.
Not just, but an injury, or it could be talking about this. This wasn't just a socialite club.
Do you think they sacrificed her?
That would be a stretch, but
Remember we were investigating the other night though, and it said,
crime.
yeah, a crime. I forget what else it said, but we were thinking like, what was it, a murder? Was she pushed?
Yeah.
You know? Are we on the right track? Tapping, like nails. Did you hear that?
Like ladies' nails?
Yeah. No, like long nails, just like somebody's like.
So can you confirm that for us? Were the women
Ooh.
upstairs on the 5th floor doing a cult?
Goosebumps, dude. Do you have goosebumps?
What was that loud bang?
What loud bang?
What do you mean, what?
I didn't hear anything.
I did.
What did you hear? Maybe it was like you psychically hearing like her hit the ground. You know?
I don't know. That'd be wicked. You didn't hear that?
I did not. You playing games with us, with our heads, trying to make us turn against each other, because we know that's what y'all like to do.
No.
It's a little trickster, dude. I don't know. And that's concerning to me because it's like, oh, I'm a little girl. But it's playing all these like little games too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So why would a little girl like play
Recognize.
recognize? You better recognize.
Yeah, exactly. You recognize my behavior.
We recognize that kind of poltergeist, kind of trickster spirit behavior. We're now strangers to that.
So what are you? You little imp? What are you? Little lesser being?
I mean, I was conjured.
But there was like,
Cat ball. Bro, there's so much activity here.
but I just said, are you an
Wow.
imp? Are you a lesser being?
Uh,
But you got to think about. I know it's like stuff that we usually don't want to say is true because it's so rare. But I mean, the correlation of everything that we're getting with the temperature hits and the cat ball.
Activate the REM portal then if you're a lesser being. You have all the consciousness and what have you. You know, if you were conjured and you're smart enough, you can make that go off.
This is helping me.
How?
I'm telling you, dude.
How is this helping you? I mean, I'm cool with helping you. Like, I don't care what you are, you know? Well, that's why we're here. You know? We're trying to figure out.
So if you're lower vibrational, if you're this lesser evil, if you will, with, you know, Diablo terms here, right? Lesser and primal evils. If you're a lesser evil or a lesser being, what are you doing here? Why don't you go somewhere else? If you were brought through in a seance, do you like all the people that are in here and all the energy that you can feed off of? Are you responsible for the misfortune of the woman that fell over the ledge? Do you have something to do with that?
Just imagining that plunge.
That's a big one.
The 5th floor is way up there.
Especially bone.
Bone?
Yeah, like bone. Like bone.
Yeah. Cut. Bone. Bone? Hold on.
Like a ritual?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was there some... Make that stop. That's just coincidental. Was there bone work done, offerings, during these seances? Bone offerings, animal bones. Well, the Crockett Hotel is right down the street, and there was an Oddfellows Lodge there for many years.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Oddfellows,
Do you think I'm real?
I don't know. You tell us.
yeah, is your existence dependent upon me thinking if you're real or not? Does that help you? Does that give you more strength? Does that like add to your validity that you're, you know, you can interact with us? Does that help you? Is that what you were talking about? You know, we're always talking about how we think God and devil and angels are real, so, but we don't know what you are. So, until I know for sure, I can't say. This could be a mad coincidence that all these devices are going off around me.
Yeah. If you're conjured, if you're this thing, you better give us some sort of...
There's a tap on something.
Do something. Do something profound.
Disaster.
It's going to do a disaster.
Okay, well, what you got?
I feel like something's going to drop on my head, dude. Like she's going to fall and like splat on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, the Lord protects us, whatever you are. There'll be no disasters. There will be no disasters. That's not happening. So, is that what you're just trying to scare us now? That wasn't the point of us coming here. You know, we've been doing this for a while. So we're not scared. We know that these kinds of, you know, what you're leading us to believe that you are, we know that you guys like threats. It's kind of what you do. Now, I came here hoping, you know, for once it would be a human ghost or something. I mean, most times it is, right? And maybe you are a human ghost and you're just playing games.
So what is it?
Because I'm not convinced. I'm not going to go with the D word.
No.
No. You can show up on pictures. That's cool. Not a lot of ghosts can do that.
But the interesting thing is that a black orb, usually orbs are balls of light. Now that was like,
It was a shadow and then a little ball. Patricia. It was a shadow with a ball of light inside of it.
yeah, but it was so tiny, the white part. Everything else was like black.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is weird to me.
Yeah.
Why would a human spirit or a light, higher vibrational spirit be dark?
Good song. Counting Blue Cars. Song about God.
It's in this room.
It's kind of like a little maintenance exit.
It's weird in here.
I mean, it's garbage.
Yeah.
It's a little sus.
So what's the deal?
Yes, hello, we're back. That's wild, dude.
Are we coming
Is your
to
back?
space or what?
Did you hear that?
No.
It's down there on the right.
In the mail room?
Did you hear that? Something's like tapping.
It's dark back here, boy.
It's that advanced darkness.
You're respectful.
Oh, thanks. I'd agree with you. You know, even though you're saying you're not nice, still trying to be respectful. Cat ball behind you.
You following us?
I do tend to try to be more respectful with spirits that I don't know. I like to give y'all the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
There's only a couple spirits that I've encountered right off the bat. I know I don't really need to be nice.
You hear that?
Yep. There's all these weird little noises around us. Are you trying to be audible now? Are you creating poltergeist activity as a response? So those little taps and everything. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, oh. No, the whole hallway is like moving.
So if you're back there, come run down the hallway. Come walk towards us.
Yeah, can you manifest, please?
Make your presence known.
Did you hear that?
Those, I think there's one.
No, there's tapping down there, dude.
Come on, we invite you forward.
It's weird because all the devices were going off and now we like pushed it. Now it's like back here.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes me think that some of them are.
So supplies back here.
Maybe.
So this corner.
That sounds like a voice
Where?
that I heard. It's like a man's voice. EVP. That's you?
No, I'm saying absolutely still. It's this water fountain. Feel very like tired right here.
Trust me.
No, I don't want to.
Hmm.
Not when I'm feeling tired and it's just kind of weird. Yeah, I feel like it's draining. Like, this is like a Zach Bagans moment. Can I say his name on our YouTube? Probably not. Are you trying to drain me?
Turn my back and you're like nose in the corner of the room, like staring.
Angry.
I don't feel angry. I feel like how we did in the pop-up shop the other day. I'm just like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm done. Are you trying to steal my energy? Do something? I don't know. What do you think, man? I need to back away from the space, so I'm gonna like fall asleep standing up. Nelly. Oh man, I don't know what to think about all that. It took a weird turn, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Took a weird turn. So I know we can kind of wrap up right here because I'm like, I don't know if I can keep going. I think I just got zapped, man. Did you hear that?
No.
I got zapped. Oh.
It happens. So what do you think?
I'll take a screenshot of this real quick. It was cool. I mean, definitely haunted, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Haunted by at least one very prominent spirit that I know of.
Yeah, and what's interesting is I don't know, I just have this feeling that what is said about I was conjured isn't like
Took a weird turn, man.
it did. And it's just like the time period and just like this socialite club behind closed doors. It really wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of like sorority type thing going up there, because that really was not uncommon.
Yeah.
And if they brought something in through doing seances, because that was like, and especially since women are more prone to be, PSI.
Yeah, it's easier for them to like hone like psychic or spiritual power.
The divine feminine energy.
It's more powerful because it has the ability to create, so they say.
Yeah.
But I mean, what did we get? So right off the bat, we went to the second floor and we're getting activity up there. We got the similar hits, weird noises. And we moved to the break room. That's when we started firing. And then the Polaroids. The Polaroids, this ghost has a signature, and he appears, I'll check these other two here in a second, but we got that. And then cat ball activity. She screams. I was conjured. This temperature sensor's going off. Cat ball's going off down here. Pretty wild, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like energetically like, I can't go on. I'm like about to fall asleep right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when we were in that like little post closet, but man, yeah, they weren't kidding. So all these people, it kind of validates their experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that wasn't a demon, that was a car. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Definitely, this building's historic and it didn't disappoint. It's very, very haunted. So we're heading off to the next one. The next one's actually going to be, what jail are we going to again?
Williamson County?
Williamson County Jail here in Texas, about 48 minutes from San Antonio. No stranger to jail investigations, but we're definitely excited to visit a jail we haven't been to before. Hey, so we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.